A massive fire broke out in a building housing workers in the city of Mangaf in southern Kuwait on June 12th. The fire killed over 41 people with more than 50 people injured. According to officials, more than 40 of the victims were Indians. The building that caught fire housed foreign workers. Authorities reported that the fire was under control and the teams were investigating what caused it. Indian Ambassador to Kuwait, Adarsh Swaika visited the Al-Adan hospital where over 30 Indian workers are being treated. PM Modi expressed grief over the tragic incident. He took to his X handle and said, "The Indian embassy in Kuwait is closely monitoring the situation." Shortly after that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a high-level meeting to review the situation relating to the fire incident in Kuwait. Dr. S. Jaishankar and Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra briefed PM Modi on the situation. PM Modi announced compensation of rupees 2 lakh each for the families of those who died. Meanwhile, Congress leader Shashi Tharoor expressed concern over the Kuwait fire incident and said that he hopes that government of Kuwait will take very stern action against whosoever is responsible and will also help compensate the families who lost their loved ones.
I know it's truly tragic. In fact, they had packed about a couple of hundred people into that building, and it's really sad to hear that the fire killed, I believe they initially said 35, now it looks like 41. Dozens more are injured. So it's really a terrible situation. It's a reminder, sadly, of how much our migrant workers suffer when they go abroad hoping to make something to support their families at home, and they end up in this kind of terrible conditions. I pray and hope that the government of Kuwait will take very stern action against whoever is responsible and will also help compensate the families who lost their loved ones. We all feel a great pain and condolence for the families, because these are the breadwinners who have been supporting their families at home, and I certainly hope there will be major compensation. Meanwhile, I had 5 years ago, when I was chairman of the External Affairs Committee, I had been pressing the government and the Ministry of External Affairs to do a revised immigration bill to produce provisions that will guarantee better conditions for our migrant workers. I'm shocked that in the 5 years since I had given the suggestion to the ministry and the ministry had accepted it, that no bill has come. And it's really been a dismaying matter. We need to act promptly to create the capacity to support our migrant workers wherever they go. So I would urge the government to, without any delay, come back to Parliament with a serious bill that will enhance the protections for our migrant workers wherever they go. Having said that, once again, my prayers and my heart goes out to the victims and their families of this terrible news today.
MOS MEA Kirti Vardhan Singh rushed to Kuwait on June 13 to take stock of the situation prevailing after the horrific tragic incident. Speaking about the incident, he expressed his grief and said that he is going to Kuwait to look into the matter and will inform the government about the conditions.
Going for a very important mission. What is the update right now as we speak?
See, we had a meeting last night with the Honorable Prime Minister, and that's the last update we have about this very sad tragedy. And the rest of the situation will be cleared the moment we reach there.
What would be the plan of repatriation which we are going for, sir? What would be the plan of action in that?
See, the situation is that the victims are mostly burn victims, and some of the bodies have been charred beyond recognition. So a DNA test is underway to identify the victims, and Air Force plane is on the ready, and as soon as the bodies are identified, the kin will be informed, and our Air Force plane will bring the bodies back.
Last update, of course, what is the casualty rate numbers according to as per the government?
The latest figures that we had last night, the casualty figures are around 48, 49, out of which 42 or 43 are believed to be our countrymen Indians.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.